Aardman stop motion animation takes us back to prehistoric times to bring us Early Man. Early Man, directed by Nick Park from Aardman Stop Motion Animation. This is the same stop motion animation that brought us Shaun of the Sheep, which was a great film. And I was hoping that this movie was going to be just as good. And unfortunately, it is not as good as Shaun of the Sheep, but I still like the movie. This is set in prehistoric times where you have these cavemen who are living in the Stone Age, and they get invaded by people who are from the Bronze Age, more advanced people. The Stone Age people's land is taken away from them. Their home is taken away from them by the Bronze Age people. So the Stone Age people had to figure out a way how to get their land back. Doug from the Stone Age people, voiced by Eddie Redmayne, comes up with this idea of playing a soccer game to defeat the Bronze Age people, since the Bronze Age people love to play soccer, and the Stone Age people found out that their ancestors played soccer a lot, so they think that since soccer is in their blood, they can beat the Bronze Age soccer team, but they don't know how to play soccer very well, so they get one of the people from the Bronze Age, Guna, voiced by Maisie Williams, who becomes Doug's love interest. She starts teaching them how to play soccer, and that's pretty much the plot of the movie. Now, I do like stop motion animation, and I do like Aardman's form of stop motion animation. I mean, Shaun of the Sheep is one of my favorite family films, but this movie is pretty weak as far as Aardman's standards, and as far as comparing it to a couple of the more recent family films that just came out, like Peter Rabbit and Paddington, were much better films than this movie was. But I still liked the movie. I did like Eddie Redmayne as Doug. I did like Timothy Spall, who plays Doug's father in the movie. I did like Maisie Williams' character, Guna. I did like Tom Hiddleston as the villain, the king of the Bronze Age people, Lord Newth. I did like the Bronze Age soccer team, and I did like Doug's pig, who's like a dog, who's like his dog in the movie. That was pretty cute. I did like a lot of the jokes, including some of the Flintstone-like jokes in the movie. There's this running joke that they have in the film of the Bronze King using a message bird to communicate with the Queen, which was really funny in the movie. But the problem with this movie is that, of course, it's predictable. We know who's quite obvious who's going to win the soccer match. And the story is pretty generic, with the underdog defeating the more advanced team. And there is some humor in the movie that I didn't like in the film. Like, there is some fart jokes in the movie, which I didn't really like. And I wish they didn't do that in the movie. Usually Aardman films don't do that. The Shaun of the Sheep movie didn't have any of that. And overall, though, I did like the movie, and I do think pretty good movie to take kids to see. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a B-. It is a pretty good film. It's just not as good as Peter Rabbit or Paddington 2. Paddington 2 is a much better film, and Peter Rabbit is a better film than this. But I do think it's a pretty good movie, so it is okay to see. Go take your kids to see Early Man.